Shonna, how are you?
Good.
Good to have you on the show. So tell me about the school you just started, like, I'll say a few months ago, about a year. Tell me about it, what it is exactly.
So Interface Web School was started in January 2014, and in a nutshell, we provide web developer training to adults, and for the most part, who want to transition into careers in tech. It's nighttime training, part-time, 3 nights a week.
3 nights a week.
Mm-hmm.
Every time people talk about, like, web design, coding, all those stuff, I'm just like, I don't want to get into that. I think it's very, my mind is very scared. Like, every time I have my friend, like, help me troubleshooting my computer, I think for me it's magic. So are those classes, like, very hard to grasp, for people like myself who have no clue about, like, programming, coding, all those kind of stuff?
Yeah, so it depends.
It depends.
It does.
Okay.
It does, but I will say that what we try to do a good job of, because we know that these concepts are new and can be very challenging, is to have pretty small classes, so we try to limit them to 10 people. And then our instructors are very accessible to our students, so they're kind of a mentor and guide and facilitator.
They just come and teach. So they are available, like, in case the student needs some help, some assistance, they can always provide those. That's pretty good.
Yeah, and every class has a TA, so even though it's only 10 people, they have a assigned course manager, so that person is typically an Interface graduate who is there to kind of be a sounding board and just help the students through the process as well.
That is amazing. So what really inspired you to start a school, and where you are going with it? What are the objectives, the goal, mission? Tell me everything.
Tell you everything. I want to know more. Okay, so the initial objective was to help bridge the tech talent gap, which Omaha is still suffering from pretty badly, as many communities are around the nation. So that was the initial goal. And then what we're starting to see is, as we graduate students, we have people coming from backgrounds including like customer service, baristas, welders, etc., who are completely transforming their careers. And in many cases, their base salaries are equal to or greater than what they were making before. And now that potential is really there.
Yeah. So are those people, are they, like, continuing in the same job, or they're leaving those jobs and get like a new one totally? You just mentioned like a welder, so I'm pretty sure that welder is maybe staying, like, at the same place where he's working, using his new skill, or transition to a new total career path.
Right, so in those cases, welder transitions out to web developer, but we've had people who were like print designers or graphic designers who are now able to build web applications and websites for their existing companies, so they're just adding more skills to what they currently have.
Do you think that those are the skills everybody need to have, or is not really necessary?
I think that it's necessary because we are in a digital tech age, and every person has a device. As we're interviewing, I'm sitting here watching my phone, just like we are addicted to these things. Yeah,
I agree. I'm not that addicted to it, like people are. So I just go do what I need to do, and then I'm out.
Not me, I'm constantly on this thing.
That's how it works. So share with us, like, give me at least, like, 1 or 2 successful story, that have, like, impact you during this course of this project, or, starting your school. One
of my favorites is when, this was in 2014, and I was taking the Interface 10-week Ruby developer training course as a student. And so I was really stressed out. So the class was hard, and then I was starting a new company, Interface, and just kind of like really stretched thin. And I went into Starbucks, and I was talking to this barista who I'd seen on several occasions, but I was just not in a good mood. And she was like,
"You're not having a good day."
No, it was not good at all. And she said, "So what's going on? You seem to be not yourself today."
She must realize.
Yeah, she's really good at reading people. And so I said, I'm taking this class. It's a web developer training class. And she was like, well, tell me more about it. And then I told her that applications were open for this program with First National Bank. So First National paid for an entire cohort to go through our training. It was about $7,000 a seat, 12 people to go through. So
that's pretty wonderful.
Yeah, it was excellent for a new company starting out. So she applied to that program, got into it, and then when she graduated, she ended up getting a job as a developer for a small ad tech company in town. And within like 6 months, she got a promotion.
That's pretty exciting.
Very exciting. So she went from barista to web developer, and has really transformed her and her family's life. So that continues to inspire me.
So how much do you think she spent, total, like, to do that career change and to make more money?
So First National paid for her to go through, but any other individual would have paid $7,000 for that course.
So, that's kind of like, struck me, like, because my second book, Screw College Dead, telling people, like, yes, college is great, but it's not for everyone.
Right.
There's other training out there that you can do, to make more money. So it's kind of related, exactly, to what you just said.
It is. It's kind of like, I view this as kind of like a trade. Now, it's a hard skills trade for sure, but it is essentially a trade that you can go and learn and then apply. The other thing that I like to say to people who are kind of like, well, should I do this or college? And I'm like, don't think about it like that. Think about it as maybe a stepping stone so that you can get hired by somebody who provides tuition reimbursement, for example.
Definitely.
And then go to school and then let someone else help you pay for it, because college is very expensive for most people. So
you don't have to tell me. I know our life is very, very expensive, and it's just becoming like, more expensive every day. So like, there's so many schools like yours, around the country, like, girls who code and all this kind of stuff. So what is your take, as a whole on all those emerging, new training opportunity?
I think it's excellent and helpful, and that the variety helps different types of people who might not consider tech, to just take a second look.
Exactly. So as a woman, like in the tech, what are the challenges you face as an entrepreneur? Because we all have a challenge as entrepreneurs.
Oh yeah, for sure.
What are yours?
So let's add being a Black woman in tech, right? That is difficult because I don't have very many people who I can look to for support. So that's a bit challenging, to be very honest.
I will agree with you.
Yeah. But I just see it all as opportunity, right? So the more that I can be out there and helping people and doing what I do, then hopefully it encourages people who see themselves in me somehow to say that, okay, let me give my idea a shot or give myself a chance or whatever.
And also see that I'm very impressed when I look at your resume, like 40 under 40, 10 as a young Omaha, is that 2050 Harlem, board, City Sprout. I mean, you're like, all over them. How do you find time, to be involved? I mean, it's great, I commend you for that, but I'm just curious, how do you find time, to teach, to serve on all those boards and then all those kind of stuff?
So I don't have a boyfriend or kids or a dog or plants, and so that really helps.
That's kind of funny. Okay, go ahead.
That's true.
Okay.
So I can kind of do whatever I want with my time, and I really care about all of these things, so I make time. And then I'm also getting a lot better at delegating, and that has been a big challenge for me because I like to just hold on to everything.
Exactly.
But it's getting better.
I mean, I think every entrepreneur do that. They kind of take their business as a baby. I don't want to let go. I don't want to have people be invested. Sometimes it's very important if you want to grow, to delegate, to bring people in, to kind of help you be what you want to be. Yeah. So now let's get into some funny question. I want to ask you some personal question.
Oh, like how I just told you about my whole situation where I'm like, I'm just free. I can do whatever.
well, kind of. Tell me, what is that one music, that pop onto your radio that you have to crank it up and dance into it in your car? What is that one music?
Oh gosh, okay, so there's a couple of different genres. I really like this music that's on in the background, this kind of light jazz stuff. I like that for thinking.
Thinking, okay.
And then I like Metallica and Guns N' Roses and 90s stuff like that for karaoke and just like, what am I going to sing? What am I going to sing that's going to freak people out when they see me get up there and sing it? So I like that stuff too. Supremes, love those guys. So like, I'm all over the map with music.
Awesome.
What I don't like though, I do not like rap very much. No.
Okay. That's fair enough.
Can I tell you why?
Sure.
This is the personal questions part. But one quick reason why I'm not a huge fan of it is when I listen to it, I'm just like, this music is so like, I don't know if this is a word, but disempowering or something like that. It just kind of, it's taking away, like, I don't know. It just does not send great messages.
Well, because sometimes people don't understand what the words in those music. They just like the beat, and then they just like, okay, I love this song, things like
right, and then they're singing the lyrics, and it's just like, man, that is not good.
Yeah.
So,
what is that one book that you have read recently, that can empower you, that you can say, Marco, you have to read this book?
Right, okay, so there's this book I continue to read. I'm still trying to get through it. It's called Predictable Revenue. It's very
That's
good.
kind of powerful title. So what is like, one advice you have to give to my viewers? It could be like, to women entrepreneurs, to like, millennial, like, what is that one advice you have to give to my viewer today?
I would say if you have an idea or something that you're passionate about, feel free to start small. You don't have to have hundreds of thousands of dollars to go and start something. Yeah, and then partner with people and network and really build those relationships.
Awesome. Well, Shonna, thank you so much, for coming to the show. We appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to comment below and subscribe to our show somewhere here so you don't miss any content.